All right, and today's video is a market update, and this is titled Double the Inventory. It's kind of double your pleasure, double your fun, double mint gum. Remember that one? Well, it's three markets, single family homes under 600,000 and a doubling of inventory in every single one of those markets, but some of them are still actually in a seller's market. Let's get into it. In this market report, we're going to be doing single family homes under 600,000. We're going to do St. Lucie, Martin, and Palm Beach County. First, we want to start off here with single family homes in St. Lucie County. You can compare St. Lucie, Martin, and Palm Beach County, what it looks like from either a buyer or a seller's market. You have over here 624. You have 1,586 units were on the market as of June. We had 485 go under agreement, and then we had 408 that actually closed. I always like to go back a year. So if we go back over here to 623, 793 units, that is half the inventory a year ago that we have right now. So we had just under about a half as much inventory. Now there was 478 pendings, which the good news is we have 485 pendings a year later. So right around the same amount of pendings, actually a little bit more pendings in 2024 than 2023, but we don't have as many closings. So there was 523 units closed in June of that year of 23, and we had 408 that closed. So as the inventory rises, even though the pendings are a little bit higher, the closings are lower, and we just have more units on the market. Now, if we come down here real quickly, you can see that this is the average price per square foot sold. This runs pretty. There really hasn't been a lot of appreciation under 600,000, but the good news, you haven't lost money if you're in that price point. Now, I want to get through all of these, so I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. This is the original listing price to sale price. So right now, people in St. Lucie County under 600,000 are getting around 95% of their original listing price to sale price. And it took about 61 days for the property to close. If we come over here to 623, they were getting around 96% of the original listing price to sale price. However, it was only taking around 52 days to sell. So it's looking like it's taking about another 9 days to sell for those single family homes in St. Lucie County. Coming down here, this is our month supply of inventory. Now remember, under 3 months of inventory is a seller's market, between 3 and 6 is neutral, and over 6 months of inventory is that buyer's market that we like to stay out of unless you're a buyer. So what we have here, we've creeped in just over the last 2 months into essentially a neutral market, and it's creeping up a little bit, but much closer to a seller's market at 3.9 months of inventory than we were over here in 124 at 5.5 months of inventory. So the inventory has come down, but as of last year from 623, we were at 1.5 months of inventory, and right now we're at 3.9. So that's more than doubled as well. All right, so St. Lucie County looking like inventory is rising, and as an encapsulation, values have stayed pretty static, and we have doubled the amount of inventory in single-family homes under 600,000. Moving on here to Martin County, much smaller county. So when we look at these numbers, bear in mind it's a smaller county, and we do have on average a higher price point. I live in Martin County, but we cover St. Lucie, Indian River, and all the way down into Palm Beach, as all of you know. So let's look over here at 624. We had 49 units on the market, 623, 34. So it only looks like you've had about a third increase. We had 29 units go under agreement in 624. We had 24. So right around the same amount, similar to St. Lucie County, and the same amount of pendings. Actually, more pendings similar to St. Lucie County. Now, we had 33 units that closed, and 623, we had 27 units that closed. So you actually had more units closed than in 623. So this all looks pretty good from that standpoint. Now, again, this bounces around a lot because we don't have as much data to kind of give us an idea. But I would say all in, if you were to just run it across here from 623, it bounces up, it bounces down, but it's probably stayed pretty much the same. The good news for your Martin Countyites, we did have a big jump up in June to the average price point of $281 per square foot. So that's good if you're living in Martin County to take a look at that. Now, moving down here, we have 92% of the original listing price to sale price here in 624. We had 623. It was 97. Now, here's a big disparaging difference. It was 29 days on average it took to sell a property in Martin County in July of 23, rather. In July of 24, it takes 45 days. So not double, but certainly more. You're looking on about 12 more days. Also, it's 92% of the original listing price to sale price, whereas over here we have 97. But we're still healthily in the 90 percentile, and it does look like the days on the market has kind of started to go up, even in that single-family home under 600,000. Now, moving down here, we have the month supply of inventory. This is dramatic. So this is Martin County. It's a much smaller county. Price points are a little bit higher in general. So under 600,000, we only have 1.5 months of inventory. And even looking over here at 623, it was only 1.3 months. We did have a little bit of an escalation through third quarter and into first quarter of this year, fourth quarter of last year, first quarter of this year. And it was kind of going up there, but it dramatically went down, and it looks like it's staying pretty level. All right. So the good news, or the encapsulation for Martin County, is inventory certainly is up, but not like it is in St. Lucie County. The average price point, tough to kind of give us a definite on that, but it looks like it's right around the same. Taking a little bit more time to sell a property than it did this time last year. So that's what Martin County is looking like. Speaking of Palm Beach County, let's look at Palm Beach County. So a much larger county, 1,570 units, single-family homes under 600,000. We're currently on the market in July of 24. Now, we had 412 went under agreement, and we had 385. We always like to go back a year. Looking over here at 623, it was 640 units that were on the market. That's down, almost 500 units. So pay attention to that. There was 481 pendings. We're over here at 412 pendings. So there was a lot more pendings that were happening at this time last year. And we had 556 sales, and we only had 385 sales. So pay attention to this. The good news is there really isn't a lot of inventory under 600,000 in Martin County, so you can rest assured that it's going to take, it looks like another month and a half of inventory to even come close to that neutral market. Now, coming down here, this is Palm Beach County. You can see it looks like since 280, we got 286 in 624. 623, we had $280 per square foot, so that's gone up since this time last year. There aren't really many months that were under that, so it looks like you've achieved a nice little appreciation if you're in Martin County, single-family home under 600,000. That's what this graph would indicate, is that you do have a decent appreciation. So moving over here, this is the original listing price to sale price, 94% on those single-family homes under 600,000. Taking around 44 days to sell. If we look over here at July of 23, it actually took a little bit more time. It took 49 days. So you can see how this can not always tell the tale that you think it might tell, but they did get 95% of the original listing price to sale price, whereas they're getting 94 now. So staying pretty static. Martin County, what this tells you is if you have a single-family home under 600,000 in Martin County, you're going to do pretty well as long as you price it pretty much in line where it should be priced. Get a good agent to do a good market analysis, and then use this macro picture to overlay it on that. Moving on here, this is lastly our month supply of inventory, single-family homes in Palm Beach County. We were at 2.7 months. It does look like it's creeping up because we had 524 at 2.1, went to 2.7. Let's look back a year, 623, it was 1.2 months of inventory. So a doubling of the inventory since this time last year as of July. But what this still tells us is that we are in a seller's market, single-family homes under 600,000 in Palm Beach County. So that's what I have for you today. And appreciate you taking the time with me. If you have any interest in getting a market analysis on your home, or would like a macro picture of what's going on in that big macro environment, let us know. And until the next time, thank you so much.